It is October 2009. You got here using a time machine sitting in your garage. You stepped in, set the date, and here you are, $77 in your pocket and one plan in your mind. You are standing on a street corner in a city that looks slightly different from the one you left. The cars are different, the phones are different, people are walking past you looking at devices with small screens and physical keyboards. Nobody is looking at you. Nobody knows you do not belong here. You have one goal. You reach into your pocket, you pull out $77. $77. That is all you need. That is all it costs. Because in October 2009, $1 buys you approximately 1,300 Bitcoin, and you are about to buy 100,000 of them. You find an internet cafe. You sit down at a computer that runs slower than anything you have used in years. You navigate to a website called New Liberty Standard. The design looks like something a college student built in an afternoon, because it was. You create an account. Your hands are not shaking. You are completely calm. You know exactly what you are doing and exactly what it is going to become. You transfer $77. You receive 100,000 Bitcoin. You stare at the screen for a moment. 100,000 Bitcoin. Right now, in October 2009, this is worth less than a decent lunch. The people walking past the window of this internet cafe have no idea what Bitcoin is. Most people who work in technology have no idea what Bitcoin is. It does not exist in any meaningful way in the public consciousness. It is an experiment, a curiosity, something a man named Satoshi Nakamoto released to a small group of cryptography enthusiasts 9 months ago. You know what it becomes. You set up the most secure wallet you can create. You write down every key, every password, every recovery phrase. You are meticulous because you know what happens to people who lose their Bitcoin keys. You have read those stories. The man who threw away a hard drive worth $280 million, the programmer who forgot his password and locked himself out of $220 million forever. You will not be those people. You leave the internet cafe. You walk out into October 2009, and now comes the hard part. You wait. 2010 arrives. Bitcoin is still nothing, worth fractions of a cent. You watch, you wait. In May 2010, something happens that makes you smile. A man in Florida uses 10,000 Bitcoin to buy 2 pizzas. The internet thinks this is amusing. You know those 2 pizzas will one day be worth $660 million. You do not buy pizza with your Bitcoin. 2011, Bitcoin hits $1 for the first time. Your 100,000 Bitcoin is now worth $100,000. You have turned $77 into $100,000 in 2 years. Any normal person would sell. You do not sell. You know what is coming. 2012, Bitcoin crosses $100. Your holding is worth $10 million. People around you are starting to talk about Bitcoin now. News articles, forum posts. Your friends ask you if you have heard about this cryptocurrency thing. You say yes, you have heard of it. You do not mention that you own 100,000 of them. Then in December 2013, Bitcoin hits $1,000 for the first time. Your 100,000 Bitcoin is worth $100 million. You sit with that for a moment. $100 million from $77 in 4 years. You are a 100 millionaire, and nobody on earth knows it except you. You go about your ordinary life. You eat ordinary food. You drive an ordinary car. You do not tell anyone because you know this is not even close to the end. 2017, the world loses its mind over Bitcoin. It is on every news channel, every dinner table conversation. Your coworkers are buying it. Your neighbors are buying it. Late night television is talking about it. Bitcoin crosses $10,000, then $15,000. Then in December 2017, it hits almost $20,000. Your 100,000 Bitcoin is worth $2 billion. You are a billionaire, a secret billionaire sitting in an ordinary life watching a number on a screen that has become completely detached from anything that feels real. $2 billion from $77. You think about the internet cafe in 2009, the slow computer, the website that looked like a college student built in an afternoon. Then 2018 happens. Bitcoin crashes hard. From $20,000, it falls to $3,000. The people who bought at the peak are devastated. Forums full of panic. News articles declaring Bitcoin dead for the 100th time. Your 100,000 Bitcoin drops from $2 billion to $300 million in value. You do not panic. You have seen this before. You know what comes next. You wait. 2020, Bitcoin starts climbing again, slowly at first, then faster. Institutional money starts flowing in. Major companies start buying. The conversation changes from this is a scam to this might be the future. By the end of 2020, Bitcoin crosses 20,000 again. This time, it does not stop.
2021, Bitcoin hit $60,000. Your 100,000 Bitcoin is worth $6 billion. You sit in your ordinary apartment looking at a number that has $6 billion written on it, and you think about the $77. You think about the slow computer in the internet cafe in 2009. You think about every moment over 12 years when you could have sold, when you could have taken 100,000 and walked away happy, when you could have taken 100 million and felt like you had won, when you could have taken $100 million and retired. You held through all of it. And now it's today. Bitcoin is at $66,000. You open your wallet, 100,000 Bitcoin sitting exactly where you put them in October 2009, exactly where they have been for 15 years, through the crashes, through the panic, through the people who said it was worthless, through the people who said it was a scam, through every moment of doubt and noise and chaos. You begin to sell. Not all at once, carefully, strategically, over several weeks, working with financial advisors and tax attorneys and people who know how to handle numbers this large, because 100,000 Bitcoin at $66,000 each is $6.6 billion, and you're going to need help moving it correctly. The final sale completes on a Thursday morning. You close the laptop, you sit back, you think about October 2009, the street corner, the cars that looked slightly wrong, the phones with the physical keyboards, the internet cafe, the slow computer, the website that looked like a college student built in an afternoon, the $77 you put on the counter with completely steady hands. $77, 15 years, $6.6 billion. You get up, you make coffee, you look out the window at the ordinary street below, the same street you have always lived on, except nothing about your life is ordinary anymore. Nothing about any of this has been ordinary since the moment you decided to go back to 2009 with $77 and the knowledge of what was coming. You take a sip of your coffee. Best $77 ever spent.